I know we have things to do.
That's fair. And I also believe we should be caught up with the officials channel, and I believe in the lead's discussion there was the list of keys to the vault, as previously on Waterdeep. Notably, the party had discussed with a figure that had been revealed to be a man or elf, drow, known as Jarlac Thilbenre, has basically hired you all to find the cache of dragons. Not to keep for yourselves or himself, but to return to the city in order to gain political favor. But Celia, who is attuned to the Stone of Galore, has been able to share the location of the vault as well as 6 keys that are required to open the vault. All left pretty damn cryptic in some form or another, but you've got a few ideas and a few leads, perhaps worth discussing more in the morning. As after that dinner, you all headed back, shared some of the happenings of what had happened that day. Not all, but a large amount, with the group of people that had convened at Trollskull Manor, and welcomed back to the waking world Zam, who is back on his feet and seems to be recovering well. You all headed to bed with various things, plans for the following day, but notably, and where we're going to start off, Cordelia, you awoke probably decently early at dawn, as there is a tapping on your windowsill of a large paper bird silhouetted in the rising sun. What would you like to?
Like Scooby-Doo, she is going to scramble over to the window.
Zam is in the room with you as well. So I think he... Actually, let me roll for Zam, see if he wakes up. Yeah, no, he's dead asleep still.
Imagine she's just getting ready, starting to brush the rat's nest that is her hair, and sees it, runs over, brush still stuck in her hair.
Yeah, I'll leave up to you whether you've been up for a few minutes or this is what wakes you up. But yeah, you throw open the window. How do you just grab this paper bird? Do you snatch it? Do you do anything nice with it? I don't know.
She's gonna hold out one hand, open palm, and then with the other scooch the paper bird, pat it into her open hand. Not quite sure how to handle this thing because it's kind of alive, but it's paper, but maybe it has feelings, so she's just scooching it into her hand.
Yeah, it's also on the larger side, larger than any of the other paper birds, probably twice the size, if not a little bit more. You kind of open the window, you kind of scooch it in, it's kind of standing properly, it's has to kind of shuffle around a bit to stay on your hand. And then as you kind of bring it in, it kind of relaxes a bit. It seems since it has now been delivered to you, it is now just kind of this large origami bird, not necessarily animated anymore.
Okay. She's gonna hastily unfold it.
Hastily unfold. You do see on one side your message that you had written to your mother, but you do see, as you're unfolding, there is writing now on the other side as well.
Hmm.
All right. I'm going to send it to you. I'll give you the choice if you want to read it and just read it yourself. Probably you want to read it first yourself.
Okay.
If you want to read it out loud, or if you'd like me to read it out loud, also let me know.
Okay.
Also, I did agonize a little bit about getting it down to exactly 100 words.
Oh, that's so cute. I love the wording. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this out loud.
That's fair.
Oh, Cordelia, it's so good to hear from you. When you got out of here, Silas was fuming. Luckily, he took most of his men with him, but the couple who stayed behind have been keeping an eye on us. We tried messaging you, but he grew wise and caught it. But luckily, they didn't spot the message for your grandpa. He busted their chops about a day before we got your message. We got folks of Fandolin looking after the property. Theo, Tom, and I are coming to the city to help you and your pop. Oh my gosh, yes, woohoo! And a
Would you
great
care to... Oh, yeah?
and a great yeehaw was heard throughout the attic.
Would you care to describe, is it like full-on yeehaw? Are you like jumping up and down as well?
Yeah, I mean she's jumping up. She's like, what?
Does she fire her gun into the ceiling? Do we need to repair this?
No, because the gun isn't like near her hand. Otherwise, maybe. But she is gonna burst out and she's going to slide down the banister, and note in hand, and immediately just she is animated. She is starting the day, running out to the kitchen as if they are going to be there any second, and just she's elated, glancing out the window, hoping to see them, and just constantly looking at the note, giving it a hug, and just she's excited.
You don't see, I think you rush out the door before you see any of this, but Zam's like a moment after, Zam just like sits up, like looking around, like, what?
Oh.
I will say, everybody else in the house, I'm gonna call this a Constitution saving throw to see if your sleep is disturbed. I got a fun dice. There's so many people in here now. Let's see. I guess it's. I mean, there's lift too. Same sort of kind of play.
18.
All right, 18. With that, I would say you are able to stay asleep throughout this if you choose to ignore it. No detriments to. Well, actually, I mean, I guess this is also a question. You are an elf, and therefore do not need to fully sleep on what you are doing at this time.
You can do it though.
So you're not too disturbed.
She probably won't be sleeping. She's in her trance state. I think more often than not, she doesn't sleep. And uses that extra time to work on her dance techniques.
Ah. Is that what you're doing at this time, you think? Or do you think you're getting your...
How early is it?
Shortly after sunrise. Sun is still low in the sky.
No, she would be up.
All right. I think as you are taking your rest, as you are doing your practicing your dance, you just hear this yeehaw and thudding down the stairs. Get everybody's room. And then Othronus, what did you get?
You said con save, right?
Yep. I know that's not exactly your weak spot.
No, but I did roll a 4. So plus the old Marty, now that I'm level 5, that's a 10.
10. I think you are probably a bit disturbed. Not that you're getting any detriments to your long rest or anything of that sort. But you are probably, if you are still sleeping at this time, you are kind of stirred from that sleep. If you are awake, you definitely are kind of, this is very much prevalent to you in your mind.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm getting up.
The wizard got a high con check, and then the barbarian got a low one. What are the odds?
Oh boy.
You're saved. It happens. So, Cordelia, you are downstairs. Are you like making a breakfast? Like your family's like full on gonna be there any second?
Yeah, she's making a huge breakfast. I mean, she is dicing potatoes for a mountain of home fries. She's kneading biscuits, like between slapping bacon into the pan. She's going the whole 9 yards.
Out of curiosity, how many people are you preparing this meal for?
At least 20.
Sounds about right.
Which covers, like quite a few of the people we have here in the house, plus some guests. We got
Some?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well,
I guess the Warforged doesn't need anything.
Yeah, the Limblewright and Lif don't need anything. Lif,
Sure, but it's a thought that counts. He can enjoy the aroma. Like, let's apply Dia de los Muertos logic here or something.
Now I'm just imagining him like sarcastically picking up a spoon telekinetically and putting it up to his mouth and just again falling straight through him.
I mean, it could work.
Man, this goes right through me. Yeah, no. You know what? Roll a D10 plus 10.
D10 plus 10. Okay.
Just to see how many, like, because you said about 20.
Mm-hmm. 17.
Or you can do, yeah, 17 works. You have, this is going to take some time to make. And actually go ahead. I believe we set aside, like, I don't know if it's a note on your sheet or anything, but for a cooking check.
Yeah, I have a cooking skill feat.
Yeah, if you have a cooking skill, yeah, I know you have the feat. Do you remember? I don't know if there's any like, forget what the stat bonus is for that one.
It says you gain a bonus to either Constitution or Wisdom proficiency with cooked utensils and can prepare food that allows creatures to regain additional hit points when taking a short rest, as well as gain temporary hit points after a long rest. And so the treats are worth. Yeah, how much?
Let's say just to see how, like, again, how the food comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Make Wisdom or Charisma survival check.
Okay.
I just forget. I feel like I changed the like a skill for cooking every time.
Yeah, because it says Constitution or Wisdom proficiency. Or bonus, you gain that.
Oh yeah, it's a bonus on the feat, I think.
Okay, yeah. Where is it? Down here. 12.
12. So yeah, you're making some good food. This is going to be a hearty, hefty meal.
Good.
So, along with the noise earlier, you also all begin to smell some very good smelling food coming from downstairs. Before any NPCs jump in, do either of the two of you, Othron or Celia, do you want to do anything at this time, whether it's join Cordelia or something else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Sleep it is.
I had to think about it for a second, but no, sleep. Just fuck early mornings.
It's fair enough. Well, it's also early morning in winter. So
doubles. So you know what? Let me wreck on that. Quick shot of the flask and then back inside.
Granted, I do think, you guys have fireplaces. The home is warmed. But yeah. Let's see. As you're kind of like a few minutes into making this meal, Cordelia, go ahead and roll a perception check, just out of curiosity.
Okay. Get into the thing. All right. That's a 19.
19. All right, then you are, and I'm sure you've seen this sort of thing a number of times in your time here, but you're not caught off guard by... Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Othronus,
can you hear you? Oh.
Yeah, okay. Just double checking. Everything went super quiet for a full minute, and I was wondering if I got cut out.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you did, because I think we were talking at that time. But you are not thrown off all that much by a lift floating through the ceiling behind you. Not exactly being all that not like he's trying to sneak up behind you, but not like he's trying to make himself all that aware of your presence.
Mm-hmm. Hi, buddy.
If you had rolled low, you would have been jump scared.
Nice.
That's so much.
But yeah, he asks, well, you seem to be in a good mood.
Oh, I am absolutely elated, Liv.
Elated? What's
yes.
the occasion?
Well, take a look at this here piece of paper. Ain't that just the greatest news you ever did see?
Is it like... I'll ask, did you like crumple this? Is it like almost like wrinkled because she's been gripping it hard, or did she fold it up or anything?
Yeah, it looks pretty mangled already. Like she's hugged it, she's read it, she's looked at it a billion times.
I think he said.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, handing it to him, it's mangled.
Yeah. You hand it to him, and he actually floats over to another station in the kitchen here, and actually like has to flatten it out a bit to read it. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Silas last night. I guess he was being truthful.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard about your grandfather, and I guess we got a chance to meet him or something.
Oh, he's just one of the grandest people you will ever meet. He tells the best stories. Oh, I haven't seen him in forever. This is gonna be great.
Now, remind me on what you think you would have shared in the previous night. This is me talking, not Liv. Did you share anything about your father being in danger with the group?
Let me check my notes. I doubt I wrote that down properly.
Or if you wanted to retroactively decide that now, even if it's different.
I mean, I think she would have mentioned to everyone that, because I think we were kind of discussing what our next move would be. And she's like, well, Dad might be in danger, so we should help him out. Tell him what's up.
You mentioned your father. Is that gonna be all right? I mean, you said your father's in danger. Would your family be in danger?
Well, if we're all here, there's strength in bar mitzvahs.
Well, I can't really refute that.
Exactly. We're gonna be peachy keen. All of us here together.
You say so.
Don't make me panic, okay?
Be as chill as he is.
It's a large breakfast you're making.
Mm-hmm.
Just excited, or what's the occasion?
I'm not just excited, I am elated. We got a lot of mouths to feed here, especially 3 growing kids, those orphans. They need a good meal. And if I make too much, well, then that's more to share with anybody who could use a hot meal right now. Just being neighborly.
I mean, the tavern is back up in back in opening shape. Were you planning on opening today?
Yeah. That reminds me, I gotta go open up the sign. I gotta go flip around.
So you're just flipping it open, open for business?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Still decently early, but yeah.
Yep.
Now here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we didn't go into the details of it, but I do think we did establish that alongside you, Lif, and Zam, there were a few workers, hirelings that had been working for Troll School. Not many, but a few. I guess, are you doing anything to reach out to them? To let them know?
I didn't even know we had hirelings.
Yeah, I guess I didn't remember that we did have hirelings.
I thought it was just Cordelia, Zam, and Liv.
Yeah.
Well, I guess things would have been busy with only the 3 of you. Did you want it to just be the 3 of you?
Yeah, I think so. And now that the orphans are here, they can help clean and learn life skills.
Free labor. That's fine.
Listen, we're giving them a roof over their heads.
Labor. Unpaid child's labor. Some might call it.
We are giving them a roof over their heads. Listen, if children could fight in the Royal Navy in the 1800s at the age of 8, I think these kids will be fine.
I love your justification.
Uh-huh.
That's just
Mm-hmm.
Use the war crimes to justify it, yeah.
Yep. Listen, I see these little Amish kids every day on the way to work driving whole ass buggies. I think they'll be fine.
Not to mention untrue. No, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All will be well.
All right. Yeah, you flip the sign open. It's still decently early, so we'll see. I think good by the time you're ending making the meal, Othrana, Celia, you choosing to do anything within that time? Like let's say with the check, let's say about 45 minutes to an hour later. Big meal, lots of stuff to do. Either of the two of you be doing anything in that time?
I really want to say that she's practicing her new spells, but that would be really dangerous. So no, she is going to head downstairs.
You could say studying your new spells, but
Celia doesn't study.
She just imagines new ways things can go boom.
Exactly. And here might not be the best place to practice new ways for things to go boom, especially taking the fact that she's seen a fireball now. She's like, oh, potential.
not to mention Troll School Manor is seeing a fireball now. Yeah, joining downstairs. I think in the meantime, Zam comes down and asks, "Oh, smells good."
You are welcome to help yourself, Zam. She just stunk a whole giant, we're talking like the number 20 cauldron skillet size cast iron of home fries
Oh boy.
on the counter.
I'm just imagining like him standing there, not even reaching the full like height of the counter, or, like barely reaching the full height of the counter, like looking at this heaping pile of food, popping up in a stool, and he digs in.
Good. I get some meat on those bones. Get your strength back up.
Yeah. Celia, about the same time that you're coming down, you actually run into Clive, who's also coming down. Smells good. Morning.
Oh, good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning. You sound so disgusted.
He has hella bad head. Terrible bad head. How's it going?
Fine.
It's just after sunrise. I don't think I could answer that question quite yet.
It's a bit after sunrise now. It's been
It's a
a
bit
little
after
bit.
sunrise.
Suit yourself. All
I'm
right.
sure the little ones made food already, so.
Yeah, like Clive just like clasps his hands together and like rubs them, and it's like, okay, yeah.
You can probably smell it.
Oh yeah.
And hear a
Do
good
you-
bang, 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 and a sizzle, sizzle.
Does Celia choose to partake?
Yeah, she'll eat.
All right. Cordelia, I'll ask you to describe in a bit more detail how this meal is going. What
Okay.
it is comprised of.
All right, imagine home fries that have been like floured in like seasoning flour, and so they're crispy on the outside, and they're like almost creamy on the inside. I had some of these at a fair once. I don't know how they did it. And then you've got bacon that's not too brittle. It's chewy. It's perfect. Then you got pancakes.
Mm.
Pancakes with nuts in them.
Mm.
And then you got, let's see, what's other good breakfast food? You got biscuits And gravy, we're talking those good like KFC Popeyes style biscuits with creamy gravy. And there's coffee, there's orange juice, there's all that good stuff. Boom.
Yummy.
Heaping piles.
Mhm.
Eating through a decent bit of your stores.
Yeah, that's the first question Zilla asked me. Like, how are we supposed to deal with the dinner? You know what? That's a problem for Cordelia. I'm not in the kitchen anyways.
I will also mention to Cordelia, there's been a decent number of meals the past past like week or so that you guys have made. Supplies are not empty yet, but they're on the lower side. You got like a couple days left before.
Okay, we'll make a GFS order soon.
You also have suppliers that come by every now and then to top you guys off.
Good.
But, yeah. You a few minutes later, could I get a perception check actually from Cordelia and Celia?
Yeah. Ooh. 10.
8.
Even with your expertise?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, hold on. I forgot I moved up a bit. 9.
Oh, all the difference in the world that
Wow.
makes.
That was a 2 I rolled. Hooray.
Man, that is not great. Let me roll for something. Okay. With that, you don't notice it immediately, but I'll say Liff kind of clears his throat after a minute or two, and
Hello?
kind of.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, you're fine. You just cut out for just a split second on my end. It's fine.
Ah, I see. Liff kind of silently raises a finger to point to the stairs, actually. Where you see 3 children peeking around the corner, around the bend of these stairs, like eyeing the piles of food that you have made.
And Cordelia will spin around and she'll wave at him. Good morning! Come on in, help yourself. There's loads here.
Really?
Yeah, eat your fill, kids.
But that's so much food. That's too much.
Exactly. Get over here. Need to get some meat on your bones. Get your strength up so you can grow big and strong.
Just to see how this goes, roll persuasion.
Okay. Ooh.
Are you going to sound like a kind, caring individual, or like the Wicked Witch trying to fatten them up to eat them?
Right. 15.
You can also roll into if you choose. 15. Yeah, you see them all kind of pause and look at each other. It's like uncertain. It's like, I don't know. This feels like this seems too good to be true, right? All of this for free. You hear them discuss amongst themselves for a moment before the tiefling among them, I believe Squidly, there's a Jenks. That's Jenks, I think. Kind of steps forward and steps up and says, well, you two aren't scared. I'm just gonna, more from me, I'm gonna get some. And begins racing off, and like a moment later, the other two start racing off too, and Zam's actually already set up a couple of plates for them as well. And they just, no table manners at all. They just start taking in. Hands and all.
Now listen here, kids. I'm so happy to see that you are enjoying this. Are you? Does it taste? Everything taste all right? Anything I need to change?
You like. I think we've established that there's like a stand on the back side of the counter for you and Zam to stand on, so that you're able to be above the counter steps and whatnot. You look down at them as they're like kind of hunched over, and you see like them all like look up, hands and mouths covered in syrup, and mouths full of food. It's like,
Good. Well, I must say, I'm very happy that you're enjoying it, and I want you to enjoy as much as you possibly can. Though I will say, table manners are a good idea. So, make sure.
Snorts at that comment.
Now listen to you here, Missy.
Cordelia at the banquet.
Now, at least use a utensil or two.
I assume like this is accentuated by you like handing or passing or pushing them over.
Yeah, she's like displaying it. She's like hand modeling it. This here, this is a spoon. Great for shoveling. This here's a fork. Also great for shoveling. The knife is also great for shoveling onto the fork or the spoon. Use them accordingly.
That's some great descriptions. You see them all pick up a different utensil and start like holding them and like trying to figure out like how they work. You see Squidly full on like with a knife, like just like feigning a stabbing motion, like psycho stabbing motion at the plate that he's in front of him.
What have you created?
Well, we'll get the hang of this. For now, just enjoy.
Yeah, they seem to have gotten a decent bit of food in them, and they seem to be in a mix of playing with these utensils to a certain degree, and eating the rest of their food. Yeah, they seem to be encapsulated by this, enraptured by them. I don't know. They after a moment they all pitch in and say thank you.
You are so welcome, kids. Now, if you wouldn't mind helping me with the dishes after just a little bit, let that settle in your tummies first. Don't want you to get a cramp. We'll take care of this later.
You see Nat go, oh, you see, I told it was too good to be for free.
Oh, I like these kids.
Othronus, are you coming down at this point, you think?
A little bit. He's been hearing some heavier footfalls for the last, few minutes. So it definitely sounds like something's happening up there, but you're definitely waiting a little bit longer before he eventually does come down. Hair wet, still being dried off, but looking better in his new suit.
A bath is fair, given the very busy day you had yesterday. I mean, not to mention also sewers.
Exactly. So, he was in there for a while and also seemed to, it's a pity no one went in to check on him. That would have been a very funny interaction, but, next time.
So yeah, Zam pitches into the three of you and asks, so you mentioned a decent bit of what has been going on. What are you planning on doing. I mean, Cordelia, I did see that you flipped the open sign around, and I love the spirit. It's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
With
Wait,
just
the
two of
open
us. If
sign
you're,
is flipped?
it's gonna. No.
Oh
It-
no.
Either
She
someone
flipped it so
turn
it's
that
open.
back over. Someone should probably fix that, but if not,
Maybe one day for, training and get everything back up. Sula's gonna walk over back to that open sign and slowly start to turn it back to close.
I
Is
rolled
there
for
someone
it.
walking up, like, looking happy, and then,
Nope.
it was a
Oh.
small family.
As you are walking to the open sign, you actually do see it begin to crack open, and the door, the bell above the door ring. It's, oh no, your first customer, and oh, it's Fala. It's like, oh, I saw the sign was flipped. Are you?
Nope, that was
are
an
you
accident.
back open now? Oh, okay. Should I leave then, or?
No, You're here already.
Oh boy.
I
Take a
seems
seat.
like you guys are having a oh, okay. Vala joins the crowd.
Cordelia will look over. Fala, come get some breakfast.
Thank you. I can pay.
No. Just get your butt in here. Sit
Oh,
down
okay.
and enjoy.
Okay. Does Celia
How are
flip
we
the sign back
ever-
over?
Yeah, she 100% flips the sign back open. Mumbling like, how are we ever a successful tavern?
Yeah. If you guys are going to be adventuring, it was just the three of us. We were pretty busy. If you guys are going to be out, though, we may want to. I mean, I'm fine with being open.
We have potentially some help around the tavern, and Celia will look over at the three kids.
Child labor.
You guys want a place to stay and some food, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Then that means you don't mind helping out around here every now and then. Zam, teach him the rope.
Okay. Time to whip these gremlins into shape.
No
Not
whipping,
actually whipping
please.
them. Not
Wait,
actually
did
whipping.
you need a whip?
Where there's
You
a
have
whip,
one?
there's
You
a
have
whip.
one?
Well, watch me get one real quick.
Oh dear.
No worries.
So I have this one. You're gonna need to desanitize it though. Or sanitize it though.
Desanitize it.
Desanitize? That's not the right word.
That's not the right one.
Yeah, no. The kids are situated at the three stools at the end of the three seats at the end of the bar. Sam is standing on the counter, and he starts going over some stuff with them. Almost reminiscent of a drill instructor, but a lot less serious.
Oh, that's so cute.
It seems like he's going to be doing that. Is it always this lively here? Clive asks.
Sometimes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Get into a lot of stuff. It seems. Lots of strays, I guess, which I'm one of them, and it's appreciated.
Well, if you are appreciative, Zam, you may have another one.
Maybe eventually. I'm open to it, but I think at least today I got some business to take care of.
Business to take care of.
Well, I did a little bit of it yesterday. You know how all of you guys raided the manor that we were staying at yesterday, and a whole bunch of people had to go running for, running for places to hide so they wouldn't get, sought after.
Yeah.
Actually, if they're honest, you're probably gonna hear this too.
Doc, what happened?
It, from what I hear, bit of last night, and he actually holds up a broadsheet that was delivered to Trollskull Manor this morning, and on it he holds it up and shows that apparently the break-in, or in some way the events of that happened at Growlhound Villa yesterday have made it to the broadsheets. It's news. And seemingly decently good news. Doesn't list your names, though. It does portray Lord Growlhound as the heroic figure. Saved the Growlhounds. But it doesn't have nice things to say about the Zentarum. I think it's going to be likely that they're going to be more on edge. I think the two of us should be fine. It's not the first time we've been in a situation like this, but I'm going to have to keep an eye out for those folks.
Yeah.
And with some of the things you mentioned regarding this other sect, maybe they can help too.
Yeah, it's best to have all the help you can get.
Yeah. You had some contact info. I think you gave me one of their cards yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll probably be spending some time checking in with them today and trying to get something set up with them. So I guess he actually pulls out one of those cards. Looks like Yawning Portal. Nice.
Huh.
I'll be checking with them there. What about you three?
Yep. Have a list.
A list?
We sure do.
Yeah.
Now, which one
You.
to tackle first?
Make a list, Othronus. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I do have some good news this morning. And she will present the note. My family is coming here to Waterdeep. Don't know when they'll arrive, but it must be on their way. But Pa is in trouble, or he could be, given that he's affiliated with the Castellanters right now. Yeah. So
Are you saying this in a hushed tone? Or?
Yeah, somewhat.
All right.
If it wouldn't be too much trouble, I'm just worried about how that could go with him and all.
So you want to go to the Castle Lanterns?
Well, I want to at least go to Pa, get him out of there.
Celia looks apprehensive. You do remember that the castle lanterns are the ones that are right now the ones we're trying to hide against, the ones we're trying to avoid.
Exactly.
And you want to go right to them.
I want to go to him, to Pa, and
who's with the castle lanterns.
I will bring him. I'll invite him out for coffee or something, and tell him.
And Cordelia, don't take this the right way. I'm sure he's a wonderful person, but did it ever cross your mind that maybe he might be working with them as well?
What?
Intentionally or unintentionally?
Well, what are you saying? Don't make no sense.
Why else would he be staying with them?
Because he wanted help from them. My Pa is a decent man. Why would he want to affiliate with somebody who's just trying to extort from him?
Well, if things were as bad as it seemed with you, there must have been a reason he left the farm. Maybe desperate people do desperate things.
But you wouldn't just... No. But still, he ought to know.
He might not. That's the thing. We don't know if he knows or not. But we need
Exactly.
to be careful.
If you tell him that we know about the castle lanterns, and then he goes and tells the castle lanterns, now we have a target on our back.
Liv actually steps into the kind of huddle you guys are in and says, listening in, sorry, but it seems to me that it might not be intentional. I don't know that for certain, but it might just be putting him in a dangerous situation as well.
Exactly. He could be in a far more dangerous situation if he doesn't know. Then we could at least let him know so he can defend himself.
Or him knowing could put him in more danger than he already is. I don't know that for certain, but
That can also put all of us in danger.
that too.
But we're all gonna be here. They're all gonna be here together, and I want him to know. And Cordelia, she'll just like flop down in the stool behind the counter. So confused, I don't know what to do now.
Othronus and Seely, you actually do look over at, or you might see in your peripheral vision, the rest of the group here, the kids, Sam and Fala, and Clive are all like, oh, what? She looks sad. They haven't heard all of what's going on, but it's like, oh, she looks sad. What happened? What are you guys doing?
I think seeing Cordelia sad, she's gonna let out an audible groan. What if we reach a compromise? One of the things we have to do is find that evidence of grand triumph That'll lead us to the seaboard, and maybe, no promises, but you may catch a glimpse of your father there. It's less suspicious if you meet him by chance than if you go directly towards him.
Right, but I never would have thought that it would be... I mean, it shouldn't seem weird that I'd want to seek my own daddy out. But if you really think so, Othronus?
It's the best we can do for the time being.
I see. Well, guess I have to trust y'all. I don't like it one bit. I guess I'll just go get started on these things here. She'll shuffle away defeatedly.
Aww.
And leaving the note on the countertop, and she'll just start gathering up dishes and stacking them away.
I'm going to go ahead and send the note, both so the other two of you can see as you need, and for future reference.
Cool.
Right thing.
Thanks, sir.
And you can read over that now, if you choose to. It seems. Which, Othronus and Celia, I think it was outright stated before, but go ahead and roll a history check if you're reading over that letter.
Okay. 12.
12.
Oh my god. Natural 20 with a +0. For this is what I get it on. Yeah, this will help.
So, the wizard beat the barbarian in the intelligence or the Constitution contest, and now the barbarian is beating the wizard the intelligence contest.
We're a little unorthodox. It's okay.
Definitely unorthodox, and that is good. That is fine. But yeah, you, Othronus, Celia, the name Theo sounds familiar, other than just, and if you remember this, that's also perfectly acceptable. The name Theo sounds familiar other than just from, what Cordelia has shared about him. Othronus, with that nat 20, you remember very distinctly that night at the Opera House. It was, I believe, sung in Elvish, but you did definitely read over the pamphlet at one point. But you know that one of the characters in that opera that was based off of real events was named Theo. I'll say with the nat 20, you also, because I believe it was discussed during the time of that opera. Cordelia is related to her grandfather or has been an adventurer. Of pretty decent renown. You may have already remembered.
Okay, I will share this then.
Bring that up to Celia?
Yeah. Let's see if this Hello.
Oh, did you want to say how you're sharing that, or? Yeah. Trust. Hello?
Nope. Nope.
Hey, remember that opera? Oh yeah.
Mm.
Okay, everything went super quiet on my end. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Yes, okay, it's back. Okay. Then I do share the tale of the opera with Celia.
Oh.
So you remember that thing, right?
I remember that night.
Sorry.
But
Oh,
what
right.
about the opera?
Well, you know how so trying to think how because I'm remembering back and I remember pointing out that I wasn't paying as much attention as I wanted to the actual opera. So how
I'll say with the nat 20, it all comes back to you a decent bit.
okay, because like he wasn't actually he heard it like in the background, but he wasn't like enthralled by his. So
You were also there on business, and
yeah.
if I remember correctly, Cordelia got pretty drunk or
Mhm.
lively.
Yeah.
Dancing on a
Live.
bar table. Lively.
Yeah, I did perform a song at
Yeah.
one point.
But it was a busy night. But thinking back again with that nat 20, you recall, and this is also something that probably brings it back to memory. It's like, oh, you remember that opera was based off of real events, loosely, and involved an adventuring party, including this halfling fighter named Theo, going around to various places on the Sword Coast during a time of strife that occurred several decades ago. Actually, probably more like 30 or 40 years ago. This group fought against a cult of the dragon.
Right, Tiamat.
That, we're trying to summon Tiamat to the material plane and stopped Tiamat's advance. Actually, I think let me double check this because I think I had other notes in mind. It was the events of this happened. It's more like they were 30 years ago.
Okay.
Right.
Well, then I'll share all this. Well, Celia, like, Cordelia really should be here for this.
I think Cordelia's nearby, and I mean, she has her own perspective on this.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna ask her like to come back in so we can just rehash this out so she's here. We don't have to come back again with this.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's probably gonna remember this better than I do as soon as I tell her. You know that play we went to about his grandfather and like the cool shit he did?
And she'll nod. She's still a little crestfallen, but she'll nod.
Cool. All right. No, remember the name.
What name?
His. Or
Theo?
okay, I swear to God, I'm gonna write this down because I don't know why I wanted to say Thomas. That doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, Tom
Theo.
is on the letter as well. Not Thomas, but
Mhm.
Tom.
Yeah, no, that's not right.
Tom is not
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Excuse me.
The name's Theo. Oh. Okay.
Do you have?
Go.
Oh yeah.
No, voice just went real body for a second.
Can you?
Yeah, okay, it's all back.
You're bringing up the name. Were you trying to get somewhere with that? You say something with that?
Yes. That's my train of thought again. Damn it. And then we go back. Remember why I was doing this in the first place. This is the biggest headache a natural 20 has ever given me.
You can do
Natural-
it.
Supposed to help you remember things, not hinder your remembrance of things.
Oh god, you can visibly see him struggling, trying to remember why, because he had this beautiful mind moment for some odd reason, but now he can't remember why. But it was there. For some reason, it was there. Yeah, no,
Happens to the best of us.
Okay. Yeah, no, Theo. Name was brought up in the play, and it's important. Ah, God, come on! We were just talking about this.
So, I think I can connect the dots, though I don't know if there's something else that you're trying to keep in mind. Theo is the name of one of the characters in the play, based off of real person, the real person being Cordelia's grandfather, who is written
Right.
about in the letter.
Right, and he did all that stuff.
He did stuff.
Sword Coast. Yeah, he did stuff. It was cool stuff. People brag about and make plays about is of how awesome it was.
Not necessarily a full-on household name, but definitely a decently commonly known one.
Exactly.
Or at least has been in the past.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit
But-
less known nowadays, given it's been several decades.
Yeah, I can pick. But important part right now is looking through some notes. No, that's not gonna help me. Okay. Thought I wrote something down, but I don't think I did. And I lost the point I was trying to make with all this.
I have ideas on what it might be, but I don't necessarily want to connect dots for you or say something that might also be in a wildly different direction.
You know what? Put a pin in this until it comes back to me. Either I'm gonna get it myself because I thought I had it for a second, then I didn't.
We'll be in the final confrontation. It's like, hey, guys, I remember what I was gonna say.
Exactly. Just you wait. I'm gonna remember this because I swear I had something. It might have also been a completely crazy theory, but it could be because. Okay, now I'm wasting time on grasping at something. Let's continue. We actually have a list of things to do.
did you wish to discuss which things you might wish to do?
What do we want? What can we do most effectively? What do you think would be the easiest ones? What do you think is going to be the hard ones? Like stuff we have to prep for?
As a reminder, there were notes taken in the Leeds discussion channel.
Mm-hmm. On the keys. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so a brass dragon scale. I think we know where we can get that. And do we know where we can find 3 strings? Is he at the yawning portal, generally?
He moves around a bit, I think. But if not, he's not there. We can usually ask around and let him know, hey, they're looking for him when he gets a chance to just hop in.
I mean, hell, he's MC'd at Trollskull Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And since we're going to have a grand opening when all this is said and done, we definitely need to talk to him about that.
Grand reopening?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's going to be the
I
bomb.
should have like a calling card for 3 strings by now.
Like a calling card, like a way of contacting him?
Yeah.
Or, actually, let me, roll me 2d20 and let me know the results of both. Flat d20.
Ooh, 6 and an 18.
6 and an 18. Okay, yeah, with emphasis. You actually know, in one of the performances that he's done here after it, as the night was kind of wrapping up, you had a brief conversation with him where he mentioned sister that he visits frequently. That you know that she lives just above a shop. I do not have the name of this shop, but you know.
Tell me it's not a bakery.
It's an elven bakery.
There's gotta be plenty of those in Waterdeep. No. We're fine.
I'm kidding. I don't have that right now, I'll admit, but I will note this down and I'll have that for you by next session.
You know what? I might just make it easier. Can I just send a paper bird to 3 strings?
That also works.
Let's just do that and make it easier for everyone. I'm gonna pull out a paper bird, title it to my beloved 3 strings.
My beloved, wow.
Your assistance is needed.
Ooh. Bring your entire gig book full of songs, just for reference.
We'd like to inform you about a great opportunity that's opened up for our grand reopening in the near future.
Type out what you're sending to him. You could send that probably in general, or if you wanted to keep it secret. So.
No, I don't think it's going to be any big secret.
Oh. Wait, tell him who you are and where we need to meet up, because I don't know if that comes with them.
Is 3 strings considered 1 word or 2?
In this case, it's 1 word.
Woo.
As it is his
3
name.
strings all 1 word.
Well, his nickname. 3 strings is not his actual legal name, though he is working on getting it changed. Bureaucracy.
My next character's name will be Quick Pro Quo, all 1 word.
Oh. I just had an idea. I'll have to check on that.
Okay, we've got 3 strings down with a beardy face.
Beardy face.
I really hope his sister. You know that one lady we accidentally killed? I'd hate if that was her. That would be so awkward.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. So there's a Lantanese animated construct, a gift from a queen, a brass dragon scale, which I think you guys already discussed a bit, shape changer, and evidence of a grand triumph.
Okay, what do we want to tackle next?
Also in the leads discussion, there were notes of there are competitions in the field of triumph, and the Harpers are having a shape changer problem.
Well, what do we want to do next? Go check out some challenges or go help someone with a shape changer problem?
Well, I don't know. Do we want to be proactive towards knocking out these keys, maybe? To an extent?
Nice.
Well,
Okay.
we
Three
do...
strings immediately appears. Sorry.
Yes!
He's actually
Three
just
strings, my beloved.
we said his name too many times. He was forced to appear. He was in the middle of like eating breakfast. Like he teleports like half with a spoon halfway to his mouth of his breakfast.
Oh, it's fine. We have plenty of breakfast here.
He actually goes by Beetlejuice rules, where you gotta say his name 3 times unbroken.
So I think the easiest one to do would be the Lantanese animated construct. Also, we need to turn in that leg. We have not done that yet.
We should. Plus, if we want to ask them to make something, the quicker the better.
Correct. Or, we just steal the construct from them. But that's we'll see what happens.
I mean,
when
they
it gets
already
there.
owe us for this. We could always just, quick trade, or maybe even just see what it would take, or if they have any like.
Or we could even see if is the construct still in the room with them?
Liff mentions it's upstairs as it's missing a leg, and he had brought it upstairs the night before, but it was a bit of a lengthy process.
Okay. She might
He had
say,
come down to talk, but
yeah. Well, maybe we could just see if this construct is Lantanese, and then it'll count, right?
You
definitely ask.
do, and you can ask this again, but I do think this was discussed last night. This Nimblewright was made by Nim in Waterdeep. It might be inspired by Lantanese constructs, but it is not itself.
It's not an original. Ooh.
You could certainly try.
I mean, if
See
it's
if it
made
works.
by a Lantanese construct, does it then become like a transitive properties a Lantanese construct?
A Lantanese construct's Lantanese construct?
Exactly. I get it. No, that would... The construct would be the easiest one for us to finish. In my opinion. And I also really don't want to talk to the queen to get the gift from the queen.
Listen, we all have enough charm. We can handle that, no problem.
Well, perhaps
Oh,
there are other ways of...
Didn't we ask if like there was already a gift she'd given to someone? Then we just need to get that. We don't need to, talk with the queen necessarily.
Just gotta do a heist.
I feel like if she sees me, I'm going to get arrested on the spot.
Why would you assume that?
I may or may not have forgotten to register with the town that I am a wizard. And she was very adamant on me doing that last time.
During the wait, when was this?
When we first met her?
That was a while ago, and I'm assuming you haven't.
It slipped my mind.
Well, and now hear me out. But if you very sincerely let them know that it slipped your mind, and that she'll do so at your earliest convenience, as you are not currently in the role of wizard, but in the role of businesswoman and shop owner, which I believe we are registered for with the guild.
It's like 20 more minutes worth of paperwork and like a handful of gold.
Am I registered? There's a look of like deep thought as she tries to remember if she registered or not.
She might have and not even know it.
Ooh.
Or is she purposely not registering on principle?
No longer
I don't
remember.
want the government to know anything about me.
Exactly. Wait, now here's my question. What exactly do they need in this registry? Like, if it's just names, and just give a fake one. Tell them, hey, my real actual birth name is, and just look, what did Kaiser Soze do? Yeah, no, I looked at the blackboard behind him and came up with an entire backstory. You can do that.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh. Ignore me. I'm sorry.
Just
How dare
God
you have a
laughing
good
at
time?
us from like the ceiling.
Want
Fran,
me to
it's- I
give
know,
him a
buddy.
fake name.
It's so hard being a big fat gray cat that's just loved.
A name that is
Sorry.
not your real legal name. That's not
Oh.
Celia.
Oh,
Hi,
you
buddy.
want me to give them a fake name that's not my real name? However, will I come up with one?
All I'm saying is, people go by different names. I didn't always go by Orthronus.
Maybe I will take the leg to the temple, and you guys can go talk to the black staff, and then everyone's happy.
The Blackstaff?
Not the black staff.
Wait, when did she become queen?
Whoever it was I need to speak to.
I mean, she does have a bit of a rivalry.
Something with an
Wolf.
L. Hold on.
I was about to say,
Laurel?
Looking back. Laurel. Wait, is that right?
Laurel Silverhand?
Yes, right? No? Yes?
Laurel
Okay,
Silverhand.
yeah. I was like, hold
Like
on,
the
where's the
Lord of
name? It's in
Waterdeep.
here somewhere.
And has, in her past, been a queen.
oh, okay, if you want, I'll go and just ask around and see what the deal is. Maybe she needs a favor and we can get a gift in return for said favor. Or maybe we figure out she's given a gift to someone and then we see if we can barter for it, quote unquote. And you and Sia can go and return the lag. Because, well, she seemed to enjoy her time there last time. Bunch of cool stuff to see. We'll kill two birds with one stone. We finish our breakfast. We finish up, last little details, and then we head off. What do you think? Just, spread his hands out. You just finished
Sure.
giving a great plan.
You splitting the party?
Exactly.
I was trying to split the party, and Arthronis come in and said, no, I'll split the party.
In a very specific way.
Now we just need Cordelia to run off so that we really split the party.
Yep.
Oh,
let
no.
me guess. Cordelia's gonna go run off and see her father.
Well, here's the thing. I specifically paired her off with Celia. So if in case that does happen, I can just be like, oh well, nothing I could have done, and she probably didn't notice until she looked back and noticed she wasn't there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if when you looked back, like Celia looked back to see that she wasn't there anymore, she just found a small note, like, slipped into her side.
Gonna see my paw.
Pulls it out. Pulls it out, flips it up, and it's like, hey, I went to go check out my parents. We actually passed right in front of the house.
Just gotta stake out their manor, and it's like, they always have to come out at some point.
That, or he can, like, pose as a delivery person. She's done that before.
That's true. But they know my face, and knowing Pa, he's probably bragged about his amazing children and awesome wife.
Oh.
He's unknowingly given them all sketches and descriptions.
And this is Celia, and this is all of her mannerisms and how she taught. Or Cordelia, not Celia. Celia is actually your long
Oh my god!
sister.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh no.
That'd be a twist.
Oh no.
Such a twist. Such a horrible, horrible twist.
Extremely lost. Extremely long and
Yeah.
extremely lost. Sister from another mister.
Wow, your dad got down like that? Okay.
Ah, God, a part of me really wants to make one of those, those 80s or 90s jokes.
Did I say Theo was a fighter? I actually meant a bard.
So it turns out he had a lot of bard friends, and like one day they got drunk and they went out. Things happened.
You know, got lost in the Underdark, as people do.
As you do.
It turns out they had a back door into the Underdark. We don't even know how that works.
I mean, in a certain point of view, all passageways into the Underdark are backdoors to the Underdark. It fits with the Drow theming.
Fair enough.
Or exactly, there is one exact front door, but it's secret.
Secret. Keep it safe.
It's a
And all the
secret
rest
no
of
one
them.
knows. No one knows where the actual front door to the Underdark is. But they refuse to acknowledge it.
I mean, you know what? If there's any front door to the Underdark, it's probably the Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does connect to the
That's why
Underdark.
Celia got out of there way too fast.
There are actually no monsters down there. There were just a bunch of drow, like with open arms, smiling, ready to welcome her back in. And she was like, "Nope."
You see a drow smiling and willing to hug you, run.
That immediately tells you that like you're either about to be surrounded or you are now surrounded. So
Yeah.
get ready for a brawl.
It's like Batman when he starts laughing. You're dead.
It's bad. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was essentially like a small meme where Wolverine's trying to explain to a bunch of X-Men kids, like, no, listen, the Ninja Master will never face you head on. If he's facing you head on, he's the distraction, and you're already being circled by his other ninja.
Yeah. They can help it, they won't let it happen. Anyway. Fun
Okay,
fact.
small tangent aside. Sorry. All right, so we
Are you
split the
guys-
party or what?
Are you guys actually gonna split the party?
Maybe we should be kind and not.
I mean, what's the word? Well, no, you got shot last time we did that, actually.
Oh, what's the worst that can
What's
happen?
the worst that could happen? Are you sure
Ended up
you
in
wanna
jail.
She
take
gets
the-
arrested again.
Like, last time she got shot. The time before that, she got arrested. This time, what's the worst that could happen? She might get captured by the people who have her dead.
She'll just die this time.
No, I don't believe she'll die. She'll be captured. And they'll interrogate her for information, and she'll willingly talk to them about anything else for hours, and they'll just... I can just hear the comedic torture.
Never.
God, what's his name from the Ant-Man movies? The one guy the amazing way he just narrates an entire sequence of events. I just imagine Cordelia doing that.
I'm still really upset because, like, it got recorded a recap of the entire MCU in that sort of style, and they just have never released it.
And I'm assuming they're waiting for something. Like, they've confirmed this, but they're waiting for something. They don't know what.
Don't know what.
But yeah, no, I imagine if Cordelia gets captured and they ask her to, like, tell them everything, she will in fact tell them everything in that style. But she won't skip anything. It has to be one shot, all of it in chronological order.
That would be impossible with this brain.
Yeah. As soon as she popped into that into the yawning portal in the wedding dress, asking for either her dad or a drink.
I'm here for a barman. You better have a drink or be my daddy.
Exactly. Oh gosh.
Fun name. Lots of puns. Could be made.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hey, you're living up to the name.
Precisely. This is my destiny, y'all.
Does your family own the tavern in Phandalin? Do we want to retroactively establish that?
Absolutely. Sounds perfect. We can own the saloon and a farm.
I think that's something I remembered looking back at some of this stuff from when we were setting up Cordelia. She's hick royalty, hick nobility.
Mm-hmm.
In the nicest way possible.
About it, yeah. With the stuff that her family's done and the businesses that they own and like the lives they live, probably, yeah.
Pillar of the community.
Good upstanding folk. Better stay that way, Dad.
Oh, you need to stop worrying so much. Maybe he's in with some bad crowd, but that's why you're gonna get your grandpa to help straighten him out.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Oh God, did you hear about that? Someone was trying to play a druid who was stuck in his wild shape, and essentially just gave up on trying to get rid of it, and it just played as a lion, and he essentially just adopted the Simba mentality when he was with Timon and Pumbaa.
That's fair. When in Rome.
He was pretending to be like the pet or companion of one of the other party members, until eventually like someone was able to like force him out of wild shape, and it's just struggling so hard to try to remember how to not be a lion anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine that would create for some awkward situations. But a lot of fun. Did you guys want to discuss plans at all?
No, yeah, in all seriousness, assuming that we don't choose to split the party, because I'd be all up for that anyway. What do you think would be fastest? We get the temple, we just trade in the thing, we ask the quick questions, and we bail out? Or do you think that's going to turn into combat?
I think that's going to require us to steal Nim.
Why would we need to steal Nim, though?
I don't think they're going to let him go. They were adamant on letting him leave, and now we're asking for him.
Could I get you both to roll a history check?
Oh, I don't like this. I'm using a lot of my good rolls. 19. I don't like this.
Okay, yeah, you both rolled well for that, yeah. I mean, we'll see. To be fair, I think you have had some bad rolls, so this might be some of them making up for the bad rolls that you've had in the past. I don't know.
And it's been a few weeks. I think it might be refreshing.
Yeah, that's a good point. It has been a couple weeks. But yeah, you guys both, discussing this for a moment, you both do think back. Obviously, Cordelia has a different memory, a different memory because she had a different kind of conversation with him. But you do remember, I believe everybody heard about this, either during then or since then. He has wards on him that this other Nimblewright does not, but he has wards on him to kind of keep him in line to a certain degree, and that does mean in some way, you're not entirely certain how this is enforced, but he can't leave I don't like it. He cannot leave the temple freely.
So he has to be allowed.
So we have to convince them.
That's my question. What would it take for them?
Perhaps.
Because if I remember correctly, they're not supposed to have them at all or let them out at all. I'm trying to remember the conversation of why they were so... Oh,
He was a gift.
yeah. It was a gift. He was concerned. That's why they had him locked up in the first place. Was it a gift from who?
You remember hearing from Lantan. You don't know any more of the details on that.
Gotta ask if that's code for, like, the queen, because then that's technically a twofer. It technically count as two keys.
That can potentially count as two keys.
I mean, that's my thing. If we could get him, and, do a few, maybe get a favor, if we could say that he's gifted to her, and then she gifts it back to us, would that technically count as being gifted something by the queen?
I'm gonna ask my rock. Rock, would that count?
You're asking the rock if that would count.
I mean, the rock is the one who knows.
So I'll say this uses one of the charges of legend lore, I'm assuming. That's what you're going for here.
Yep.
So again, to specifically, you're asking if it is something that's, given to Queen and then like immediately given back, would that count as a gift? Correct?
Yes.
I really hope there's not a cool artifact at the temple that we could use this legend lore on, but we don't have it anymore.
I do think you get 3 charges, so you do get a decent amount of uses of that per day.
Oh, that's cool.
It can come in handy. I'll say it doesn't know everything about the nature of this spell, but Glor does say that it does seem like there is some sort of like it needs to have been a queen's item for a decent period of time, and regifting doesn't exactly work. It also has to be an item of some sort of significance, whether it's monetary or emotional, or it needs to be it's just something useful. It can't be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna hand you a rock, and then you hand me the rock back, and we're golden.
No, I was thinking, like, what if I just asked her for a pen and she gave it to me?
It needs to be something
I don't think that'll work.
that you consider a legitimate gift of some kind.
No,
Now,
that
whether
wouldn't
that's
work either.
to you or something that was given to somebody else, that remains up in the air.
I was gonna ask because like different people can consider different things gifts. Some people would consider them insults. Other people might consider it something else.
Yeah, some things can be viewed in a number of different ways. Excuse me. Regifting. I will say as well, actually, since you're using legend lore for this, and this is just giving a bit more information about this key, the definition of queen could be somewhat loose as well, though. Could be seen as a prominent female leader of a community, of people or a place of decent amount of time.
Good. So you draw the pageant queen card for Monopoly. Good enough.
No, that it needs to have some sort of officialness recognition.
Okay.
Now, question: does that mean if we were to start addressing the Black Staff as a queen, would that work? Or would that? I mean, besides probably just annoying her.
If we throw like a competition of some sort and then dub someone the Queen of Troll Skull of Man. Yeah?
Yeah.
Troll Skull Tavern. Cordelia, you want to be Queen of Troll Skull Tavern?
I knew I was fit to be a queen. Just pulls out the most awful, gaudy, rhinestone southern pageanting dress.
Now, I'll say you think that might not work because Trollskull Manor is not its own sovereign nation.
Well, does it need to be?
Oh.
Cordelia, roll me a history check.
Okay.
And I'll leave this... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Celia, I meant to say.
You meanie.
You just got back.
I'm so sorry.
22.
You guys need to have more distinct names. Sorry.
What is more distinct than Celia?
Celia, Cordelia, Celia, Cordelia, Celia, Cordelia, Celia, Cordelia sound fairly similar.
You know what? Our next three characters are going to be Vex, Vax, and Vox.
Oh no.
Yeah, that tracks. Well, at least they have fairly different... Like, obviously there's a lot of similarities, but, like, Vex, Vax, Vox, again, lots of similarities, but there is a definite, distinct sound difference.
And there's not with Celia and Cordelia?
It's the Elia. C and Cordelia. It's a... I've made my point to the best of my degree, I think.
I understand. It's assonance.
There's more of the more syllables that sound similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I do put that out there to a vote if we want to make three characters with those three names. Whether they're going to have any connection or not, that's just going to be what they are.
Yeah. Do that for a one-shot, maybe?
That'd be fun.
Oh, we could do that for the DC 20 one-shot, maybe. Eventually, whenever that happens.
Gotta check out what's the is it like a completely new homebrew system, or is it similar to what we know?
It is generally, it's pretty similar. It's a D20 system, and it's honestly pretty similar. It would be a pretty easy conversion from 5e with some similar rules. I did put the link in the recommended media channel if you're wanting to check it out. Or a couple.
Yeah, I'll see what's up.
Sorry, Celia. With a 22, you're thinking about this, and from the sounds of it, you really want to try and avoid Laurel as much as you can. You get to another figure in your life that you'd much rather be able to ask advice from, Shanza. And you remember how she's gone off to help settle a nation of surface drow near Waterdeep.
Oh. Oh, light bulb goes off, and she just smiles.
Question: Do I
Uh-oh.
see this?
A light bulb literally go off
Yes.
above her head. Celia, are
Yeah.
you using minor illusion? Something else?
I should, but I don't have it. So
Prestidigitation. Actually, I think
Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation could work.
no, but you definitely see her face lighten up, and she smiles as she remembers that her connection with Chanza, and Chanza might be considered somewhat of a queen if she's founding this nation of surface drow. That makes sense.
Serve the queen.
How far away?
Well, I have gifts from Chanza already.
Gifts from or gifts for?
From.
Celia, roll with emphasis for me.
Uh, 5 and a 20.
5 out of 20. Wow, it's an interesting spread. But yeah, no, with the 20 being farthest from 10, you would recognize. You think that this would have to be a gift from someone either during or after they have been recognized as a queen.
I'm gonna throw my stone against the wall.
You're throwing the Stone of Glory against the wall?
I feel like I'm like, oh, cool, I don't have to do anything. I already have gifts from Chanza. And then I hear this voice in the back of my head that doesn't count. And I'm just gonna chuck this stone against the wall.
No, I don't think... This might be an interesting thing. You're not entirely certain if that's your thought that recognized that, or if it's Glor that mentioned that in your mind.
I feel like it would have to be Glor. Celia would be totally confident in this.
Fair enough.
So we see her light up with a great idea smile, and then it just immediately goes out, and then she just chucks the stone in her hand.
I do.
You hear Glor in your mind triads don't throw me.
Well, don't make this so complicated. She
I'm
says
gonna
as she pulls out another paper bird.
Okay. You would recognize that paper birds work. The magic of paper birds, the way they work is they work within Waterdeep and the surrounding area, nearby surrounding area. You did get some instructions on where to find her, but for these smaller paper birds, you're not gonna. You think that it might be a little farther away, outside of their range. You do know that there are larger paper birds, though, that you can find and buy that can travel outside of Waterdeep. Have a bit more enhanced magic.
That seems like a lot of hassle. I'm gonna pull out the sending stone that Chanza gave me.
That also works.
I'm gonna use it to send a message over to her.
Did you want to write this one out too, or did you want to figure that out now?
This is a limit, right, for how many words?
I believe it's 25 with sending. Though you can check the spell as well. Two.
Sending.
Yep.
Yeah, 25 words. Okay. We'll pull out the stone, think about it for a second. I'll type out to you what she says.
All right.
I
think that it's
all
also...
this... Oh, go for it.
I think it's, it's also fair to say it's like, oh yeah, you probably write something down ahead of time, plan it out. You're not going to gesture it?
Please. No. I don't trust myself.
I like how mischievous Celia
We've
is,
done
honestly.
that before and didn't like the result.
Excuse me. Not a shopping session, but this is turning out to be quite the planning session, which is fair.
Let's be fair, this planning session could have been done way earlier. We just can't make up our minds for shit.
Well, I mean, you had a bit of a planning session with Jarlaxle, but this is kind of getting into things a bit more deeply.
I mean, we already had options, but then we said, you know what? Fuck these options. Let's do our own options. And I'm trying to think, how is another way to get something like a great triumph. I'm just thinking, a lot of things. What can we consider? Because it doesn't mean like a trophy. It just means evidence. Evidence of a great triumph.
All right, exactly 25 words.
Not wasting a single one.
Staying accurate with that word count. All right.
Now, did you say this out loud at any point, or?
Yes, no, she would be speaking this into the stone.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished to ask. So, did you let her know that it has to be something that apparently has "quote unquote" value? Because if she just sends you a letter back, I don't know if that counts.
I did not know how to portray that in the amount of words I had, but I figured something to let me know you're doing okay would be something of value or something significant.
Right. Sorry, now I'm doing the inverse.
I really hope she doesn't think that's code for "I'm in trouble."
Yeah, I'm expecting to get a message back like, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. How much gold? Bail you out.
I mean, gold is a gift, so it kind of works.
I mean, hey, it has a monetary value. Notable monetary value.
Oh, I'm imagining the response is, "That's great. Do I need to come visit you with bail?"
And then she gets no response. It makes her worry even more, and she comes faster. Because I can only use the stone once.
Well, once per day.
Okay.
True.
So, think of it, with how sending stones work, wouldn't the other person also be able to send... Because it's a pair of sending stones, and then, you could send
So
it...
she gets to send it
then
and
she
reply,
sends it,
and then she
then
can
I
send...
reply? I don't know.
Yeah.
Assuming
Yes?
she hasn't used the message today.
Sorry, squirrel thought. I know that, because I was thinking some people treat sending stones this way. Could Sid invent a type of sending stone that basically works like a radio? Or maybe basically just a radio, I guess. Magic radio.
Well, that's the thing. Could he invent one that works like an answering machine?
Well, or a walkie-talkie.
If you take away everything else except the one ability to drop a message off at a specific time of day, and then have someone reply.
Sorry, I am.
Shonda
typing some stuff out.
Shonda writes back, and she's actually mid-battle.
A little busy. ... Well, damn.
Like, busy, message later. Just stay strong. Also, will she react in any particular way with you referring to her as my queen?
I don't know. But I feel like
That's
if
an
I
idea.
address her as that, then there's really no doubt. She's a queen, so she's been addressed as one now. Official.
I'm afraid she'll take that as either a plea for help or a type of code. That or she thinks you're buttering her up for something. So you either want something or you're in trouble.
Well, I mean, I do want something.
You specifically want a gift. It's really a gift if you ask for it.
Yes.
Taking all the ambiguity out of it. Yes.
No one said it had to be a spontaneous gift. Or an earned gift. It just has to be a gift. Oh, question. Has anyone seen the new Doom Dark Ages trailer?
I saw a couple of clips from it. I haven't seen the whole thing, but it looks cool.
No. Matthew hasn't stopped talking about it. But I haven't seen it.
Yeah. There's... You know when you think something's perfect and then they do something to make it even better?
Yes.
Yes.
It's that. It's just that.
Okay, let's see. So that's 21. Four more words. What do I want to say?
Oh god, I was about to say like, oh crap, is she really getting attacked? She's in the middle of a fight. Oh no. Like, this just became a rescue mission, and that's how we get the gift. Okay.
Yeah, if Chanza tells me she's in trouble, I am dropping everything and heading over to her.
I mean, we're not really on a time limit for anything, so yeah. That we know of. For all we know, there is a literal ticking hourglass in the vault with the dragons that as soon as it like finishes, it teleports them somewhere else, and you gotta start all over again.
That gets it to 25, but I feel like this is the trick with any of the one, or like you have a limited amount of words to convey stuff. I was never good with fitting essays into a certain like word count. It's always either too high or too low.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to wonder, with all the magic in the world, is there no one who invented something that lets you break that word limit?
it is a good idea for, like upcasting, sending, for instance. But it's also through an item.
You could try and upcast. If all I need is to pump another extra spell slot in there, double my word count. Now I'm just thinking of it as like a payphone. Like as soon as you finish your 25 words, you're like, hold on, let me get another quarter out.
I could change it to that. Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, yeah, let's go with this. That is the message you received back.
I'm gonna throw my sending stone against the wall.
Celia does not like her rocks today.
My rocks don't like me today.
Okay, I will gently pick them both up, hand them back, and just let her know. Okay.
Have you not picked up the Stone of Galore by now?
Yeah, I'm picking both of them up and just
Make a
walking back, hand them back
make a
to
wisdom
you.
saving throw. As you pick
Oh,
up the Stone of
God,
Galore.
Wait, me? God
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh yes, Athronus can
wisdom.
have this burden now. My memory's gonna be gone.
Well, he's not attuned to it at this
Oh,
point in time.
Yeah, not attuning to it yet. And dice roll sales. That's not good. Yeah, see, that's more than what I was thinking of. That's a 5 plus 0.
Yeah, you touch this stone and it's not like an extreme reaction, but you do you kind of wince and again this flash of what seems to be particularly agitated at the moment. This otherworldly entity in your mind. Feel the touch. The sending stone you can pick up, no problem.
Sending stone I grabbed first, and I went to go grab the other rock, but she seemed to have fell asleep last time she held on to this thing. Anything specific? Or just...
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, more stuff on that. It's not bad, it's 15.
You get the sense between this kind of touch in your mind and some of the things Celia may have described. I just realized I made Celia 2 words. Oh no, she just said, I miss you, Kidding. You, between, again, this touch in your mind, the flash of this orange eye, projected into your mind, the feeling of almost being underwater, and some of the other things that Celia, these seem to line up with vague stories, almost like sailors' stories that you've heard in your past, of these creatures known as aboleths, or vaguely other aberrations. It seems to line up with some of the horror stories you've heard. Loosely.
Right. But it does... It's more like... All it's really done is just show me...
It is also... it's a generally unpleasant feeling. Chills and whatnot. Nope. Like that. Kidding.
So I sneezed when I saw this thing.
You felt this feeling rush into your mind and into your sinuses? Build and build until you had to burst. Bad jokes.
It was a weird. I spouted out just a little bit of fire. It was weird.
No, it's. You can try again to work on pushing past this, but it's kind of like it's kind of like touching something electric to a certain degree, where you kind of like have this involuntary response of like wincing back, but you can kind of go back in and try and get a better grip at it.
I'm gonna try and get a better grip at it, but I will mentally, and this probably won't do anything. Just imagine me throwing this into a volcano or somewhere. Just if you shock me again, I'm going to find a way to throw you in the volcano.
Yeah, F that rock.
Fuck that rock. All right. Go ahead and roll another wisdom saving throw. Let's say with a +2 this time. Just for the hell of it.
Oh god, these rolls. So that's a 10 +2 +0 because wisdom. 12.
That meets it. In this instance. It's still not a very pleasant feeling, but you're able to grab it, pick it up, and it seems like the longer you hold it, the more used to it you get. It's what's the, I guess, feeling? It's like, it feels like you're holding something unpleasant to hold. The actual feel of the rock is fine. It's just like
just a rock, but if you've ever felt something that just makes your hand tingle.
Yeah, like the mentality of it is more or less.
I gotta imagine it just feels like my hand's falling asleep even though I can feel it. It just doesn't feel right. Alright,
Yeah,
so I'm going to return these both to Celia. And just let her know. Okay.
Sorry.
I go and pick them up again. Okay, so I don't know. I picked up the stones and I'm bringing them back to you. I don't know how exactly we're going to react to this, but I'm trying to hand them back.
She will take the stones back. Do I feel anything odd about the stone when I grab it from Arthronis?
You still have that. It's much more muted since, one, you've gotten a bit used to it because you've been holding on to it for a while. You've had it for a bit, and as well as since you've attuned, it's a much softer sensation. Though you do get a feeling from the stone itself of don't do that again is the general vibe. Miffed.
She will throw it in her pouch. And then look up at Arthronis and put her hand over his. Thank you, big guy. Are you okay?
No, but did everything go okay? You don't normally throw your things.
I just had a couple different ideas shot down all at once, but it's fine. We'll go see Laurel eventually and get the gift from her, I guess is the best way to do this.
You do
not
remember.
necessarily remember.
You do
Sorry,
remember. Sorry. You do remember getting instructions on how to find Chanza if you ever wanted to visit her.
Would it be faster? Because I was under the assumption that it was a bit away for the settlement.
It would likely be, you think, a day or two's travel, from what you recall, but not too far. Especially if you rented something like horses.
We'll keep that in the back of our mind.
Did you tell us about you talking to Shanzo, or did you just do that on your own?
I think you heard her speak her message into the sending stone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the moment
does
later
everything
is
go
when.
there with Shanza? Normally you wouldn't. So I mean, I know she's not in trouble. Otherwise, we'd be on our way there already. But assuming things aren't great.
She said things are difficult for her right now. I don't know what that means.
25 words.
You could ask next time, and maybe we can help. We go and visit and help. If it's, gold or resources, or she just needs someone to go and say hi, we could do that.
I'll have to wait until tomorrow when I could use the stone again, but thank you. Let's be honest, that means a lot.
And hey, we could always, and he'll lean in and whisper here, could just open another tavern over there with her. Nothing says we have to stay here.
Her smile comes back onto her face when you mentioned that. That sounds amazing. But let's focus on the things we need to do now, and we'll see about franchising later.
Well, I'm saying we get a good bit of gold if we finish this job for, I'm trying to remember his face.
Jarlaxle.
Yeah. Well, I know his name. I'm trying to throw it honestly. Because he'd give everybody a nickname. I've been trying to think of one for him that I just can't think of that wouldn't sound like I'm coming on to him.
Call him You can call him Macaroni. Just like a feather in his cap.
Trying to think because Captain Musketeer wouldn't work.
I just call him the captain.
I'll call him El Captain. El Captain. Yep. But yeah, no, once we finish the job for El Captain, we'll have a little bit of spending money. It'll be enough for us to go over there, maybe visit, see what's up. If we don't already go, maybe help out.
Money.
I mean, I don't know what you guys would consider, 6,000 gold of, non-stolen money.
I think
Good
that's
chunk
more
of
than
change.
I've ever held in my life.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be great then. Quick warning. I don't know why some people have this weird urge to sometimes throw it up in the air and let it fall on them for some reason. Don't do that. It's still metal. It will hurt.
Particularly dense metal at that.
Yeah.
Celia does let a giggle at that. Noted.
Also, turns out gold, heavy metal. That stuff can actually poison you if you're not careful.
So
Now
don't
people always
eat
like take
it.
a. Yeah, now people always sometimes bite it to make sure it's real. Tiniest sliver gets in your system, and if it doesn't pass through correctly and stays there, it's a bad time.
Is this knowledge from experience?
Maybe. Anyway,
Clive looks uncomfortable as he remembers it.
I mean, if you know the actual symptoms of heavy metal poisoning, it's not a good thing, especially for a veteran.
As a side note, Fala has gone back to her shop to work her shit, and Zam is now in the kitchen, showing the kids some of the ropes, and Clive, I'll say Clive is left to do his business for the day.
Actually, one last thing, because I like the way we did it once. If we do end up, franchising, I'm gonna have to go and track down a troll for every place we're gonna want to open a new bar in and kill it to make, the sign. Because we want to make it authentic, right?
We do? Sure. Well, we can go track down a troll. Yeah. I mean, how hard can a troll be to kill?
I mean, you already killed one, to be fair.
Yeah, we've
We already killed one. We're getting stronger. Plus, if we can take it out without too much damage, those body parts, certain parts of it go for pretty decent amount of gold.
Yeah.
We know that now. We did not know that then.
C'est la vie.
So anyways,
At the
we
same
should
time.
probably decide on where we want to go next. At least first.
I mean, I'm assuming we were hitting the temple up. We were just,
Yes.
planning for the future for the other stuff. So, temple? Everybody ready?
Temple.
Yes.
Alright, let's go. And bring the leg. We need the leg.
Bring the leg. And I think we're gonna leave it there, guys.
We spent the whole session just
Planning.
Making one decision.
Fair? Well, to be fair,
we
you
spent the
did.
session eliminating other possibilities.
True.
You narrowed things down, gained more information. Not to mention Cordelia's letter.
Yeah, finally got that.
That discussion.
I'm so
more
excited.
Cordelius.
I'm sorry.
Poor Bobbins. No, I definitely wanted to. I am looking forward to having them included as well. The rest of your family.
Hmm. I'm so excited.
I'm wondering here's what I'm afraid will happen that'll lead into a little conflict. What if they also sent a message to your dad and he was able to send them an invite to go over to their manor? Because we don't know if he's working with them or if he's being tricked by them or held captive. So they get a message from the dad saying, come on over to their place. Then they've got your whole family hostage minus your grandpa.
Dear.
Also,
That'd be
with
dangerous
situation. But yeah, dangers afoot.
Woo!
That's primary, hey, give us anything and everything you have on the vault that they think they know we're after as well. Or you don't see your family again. That's a pretty convincing argument.
Mm.
Why? Why are they so interested in you and your family?
Beats me. Grandpa, what trouble did you initiate?
No, it's not like your dad told him about the gold or anything.
Mm.
With Chanza, regarding the messages then, definitely tried to get someone to, got the right amount of, right message and the right amount of words. Tried finding something that is the vibe, and this is given in the tone of her voice as well when she messaged you back. There's situation there that complicates things, but it's not super immediate. So
Yeah,
I don't want you to
didn't
feel
get,
like you have to go and
life-threatening danger, Chanza, but this is stuff she has to take care of.
Like she's putting together like a settlement society.
things are busy, things are complicated, and yeah. Join her if you dare, or when you dare. Situation may develop, but it's not like you need to drop everything. I want to get that across.
We totally could, but not necessary.
You could, and there may be advantages, there may be disadvantages.
That means there's just disadvantages and advantages, guys. What do we do with that information?
We decide whether it's worth it to do it now or later.
What is it? Who knows?
I'm assuming, and this is just my imagination, that when we get there, she's in her office doing a mountain of paperwork, and so she's just trying her best.
Oh, thank God, Celia, you're here. Here, you do this mountain of paperwork, and I'll do the rest of this.
Oh,
Thank you.
nope.
Yeah. She's like, don't worry about reading any of it. Just stamp this yes and no stag. Half of it yes, half of it no.
Oh,
Doesn't
that
matter
I can
what's
do.
what. Doesn't matter what's what. Just anything can be anything.
Just start stamping? Alright, got it.
Here's a giant no pile. Stamp it no and just send it out.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
Here, Celia, I don't have a shredder. I need you to burn all this paperwork.
Oh, even better. It was the right choice coming here.
We should have come here sooner. There would have been more paperwork.
This is actually an official job for her office, so if you want a stable source of income as a quick little side gig, this could probably be it.
Need that clean burning mana fuel. What fun.
Fun time.
Indeed.
Alright.
Excited to see where we go next time.
Yeah. Bye.